Hi, and welcome to the Messy Bookshelf. I'm Jennifer, and today I'm going to be doing my January book haul. Earlier in this month, I told you that I would only be buying 20 books this year. That's not exactly going to happen. This month, I managed to buy 12 books. Some of these are first-hand, some of these are second-hand, or third-hand or fourth-hand, but they were bought used regardless. So I'm going to start off with the used books, and then we'll work into the books that I had to spend more money for. First, we're going to start off with the book that I've already read, and that is Speak by Laurie Halse Anderson. I used to have this book many moons ago, but it disappeared somehow, so when I seen it secondhand, I picked it up because I absolutely love this book and I want to read it again, so hopefully I will get around to that soon. The Stonekeeper's Curse. This is the second book in the Amulet series. It is a graphic novel series. I read the first one while at work, so I don't own it, although eventually I probably will. But when I saw this secondhand, I wasn't going to let this pass this by, especially since I really do enjoy this series. The next book may be a bit of a shock because of a rant that I did last year, and it is The Maze Runner by James Dashner. I tried to read this in 2013, I believe it was, and I just couldn't get into it, so I brought it back to the library. But I watched the movie this year. I have started listening to the audiobook, and when I saw this secondhand, I figured why not, because I am kind of enjoying it now that I've gotten into it. It was just, I think it's not a good writing style for me, so listening to it is a bit better, but it's always nice to have physical copies. The next one is a fantasy book, and it is Fallen Kingdoms by Morgan Rhodes. I've heard about this book from Peruse Project, and I believe maybe a few others, but it sounds really good. And I've been really getting into YA fantasy lately, so hopefully I enjoy this one as well. The next book I have is The Absolutely True Diary of a Part-Time Indian by Sherman Alexie. I don't really know a whole lot about this one, but it looks pretty cool, and I've heard some pretty good things about it, so I wanted to give it a try. The next book that I bought is also the last used book that I purchased this month, and it is The Friday Society by Adrienne Kress. It's steampunk and it's powerful girls. You can't really go wrong with this, so I really look forward to it. I really do enjoy the steampunk. I haven't really read any steampunk, but I loved the BioShock Infinite game, which is pretty much just steampunk, so I look forward to reading this one. Now, on to the books that I've read that I paid full price for. Between the Devil and the Deep Blue Sea, and as you can tell, there's a sticker on it. It says $4.99. I got this at Chapters that I work at, and I haven't heard a whole lot about it. I've kind of heard some mixed things, so I'm not exactly sure about this one anymore, but I'm gonna give it a try anyway, so if not, I will get rid of it. Some of these books are going to be a bit of a glimpse into my January wrap-up, including this one. I've already given you a glimpse with Amulet, but this one is also a pre-glimpse, and it is The Retribution of Mara Dyer by Michelle Hodkin. I absolutely love this book. I've heard a lot of people aren't really into the last one, but I really enjoyed this one. I'm really looking forward to the second, so hopefully the fact that not many people are liking the third doesn't ruin this series for me. And another book that I got on sale at Chapters was Deathless by Catherine M. Valente. I also got it for $4.99 if it wants to focus. But it is a Russian folklore. I've heard a little bit about it, but it sounds so amazing. I definitely have this on my TBR very soon. The next book I have, I've already read, and it is The Opposite of Loneliness by Marina Keegan. If you don't know much about this book, basically Marina Keegan was in Yale. She graduated magna cum laude. She had a job waiting for her in New York. 5 days after her graduation, she got into a major car accident and she died. This book is a bunch of her short stories and essays, including the one that she was very popular for, The Opposite of Loneliness. I read this book in less than 24 hours. It was absolutely fantastic. It is a guaranteed must read for everyone, at least anyone that is in university. So definitely get your hands on this book and give it a try. And there goes all my books. The second last book that I bought this month is Would You Kill the Fat Man? The Trolley Problem and What Your Answers Tell Us About Right and Wrong by David Edmonds. This is a philosophy book because it is my major, and if you notice in the title it mentions the trolley problem. This should probably sound really familiar to anybody that has seen The Fault in Our Stars, because in the car at the end of the movie when Ben Houghton is talking to Hazel, he talks about the trolley problem. So I'm going to be able to go more in depth with the trolley problem. I touched base on it a little bit a year ago in my ethics class, but I'm really looking forward to reading this book. It's going to, it sounds really good and interesting, and if I learn anything more about the trolley problem, I'll let you know if you'd like. And the final book, the most glorious of books that I purchased this month, and there is no regret in the world about this purchase. It is Looking for Alaska by John Green, the 10th anniversary edition. Look at this book. Look at this glorious hardcover book. Like, I've been wanting Looking for Alaska for so long because I really don't like the version that I have. And now I have this. Like, let's just undress the book, shall we? Like, look at the inside. That maze. And then on the bottom there it says, I go to seek a great perhaps. And then look at the cover and the smoke and the red and the side. It is just. And the back again with the maze. How will I ever get out of this labyrinth? It is just so glorious, and I am so excited to read this book again. I absolutely love this book, and our fearless leader on the back with his new author photo. I'm very much like this one better, Mr. Green. But yes, I plan on reading this very soon. It has a bunch of bonus content in it. It has an introduction by John, extensive Q&A, and deleted scenes from the original draft. A book with deleted scenes! That's crazy! I know, I got a little excited, and I'm still a little excited about Looking for Alaska. But that's it. Those are all the books that I bought. I think I bought enough books this month. I'm really trying hard not to buy any more books, but it's really hard when you work in a bookstore. But it's also realistic to think, just buy books when you read them or when you need them. So I'm going to try my hardest not to buy any more books until after my birthday. I make no promises, but it's nice to try anyway. And for those of you that don't know, my birthday is May 5th. So I have to go from February, March, April, and then May. I can buy books again. So cross my fingers. I don't buy any more books. I can't really afford it anymore because of my trip. But those are the books I bought this month. I will see you soon with my wrap up and my February TBR.